Hi, my name's Jonathan Wright. I'm a director for Prior HR, which is a family-owned niche recruiter that specialises in nurses, deputy managers and managers, and we just basically focus on the Southwest. We've been lucky enough for going for the last 10 years, and we pride ourselves on our relationships with our clients and our candidates. We're one of the few companies actually based doing recruitment in the Southwest on a permanent basis, and I'm pleased to have worked with Cornwall Care for the last close on 10 years, and I've visited all 16 units across Cornwall Care, and I know most of the managers. It's really fantastic to be here and seeing some of the managers you recruited maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. I'm really proud to sponsor this awards. We do it every year, and I take great pride in being a Southwest recruiter recruiting for a really special Southwest company. Cornwall Care has a fantastic reputation. Whenever I mention it to candidates, I'm really proud to talk about its values and its systems, and in brief, it's a real special company. The first nominee is Annette Russell, and I'm lucky to have known Annette for probably the last 5 years. She is a quality manager. She basically manages a unit called Blackwood. The themes that come up, and these are the themes that I've heard said about her and also that have basically been said in the paragraphs to support her nomination, are that she's approachable. She basically is able to get down and help and assist when required. She leads by example, and she's one of those golden managers that I always think has come through. She worked for a couple of companies before that I knew, and she had that reputation of somebody that's basically risen through the ranks, and in brief is prepared to get her hands dirty, and she leads by example, and that's probably the best thing I can say about Annette. There's many things, but that's probably what the common theme that comes up. A second nominee we have is a manager called Alison Rowe, and Alison manages a very special unit in Truro called Mountford. It's got a fantastic reputation. Whenever I talk to candidates, whether they be nurses, whether they be other staff, they always have a real positive vibe when I talk about it, and people kind of give feedback, very positive feedback. When everybody talks about Alison, what they tend to say is she's professional, okay, she leads by example, and probably the most interesting thing is she's got real pride in her work, okay, and this is the theme that comes up. It's really, really important as a recruiter to be able to know a little bit about the managers. So when you're basically trying to find out what they've done in the background, when you talk to their staff and they say things like she's got pride in her work, and in brief, she really, really values the work that Mountford does, it kind of gives a really good vibe and it really helps the candidates. So Alison, they're really proud of you, your staff, and that's why they've nominated you. The third nominee we have is Sam Tatum, and Sam basically is the manager for The Green. Okay, it's got a really good reputation. The feedback from the staff when we were thinking about this nomination is that you're friendly, approachable, and interestingly is that you've got real pride in your work. These kind of things all sort of combine to get a really good value system around The Green, and it attracts people, especially candidates, to come to The Green. My feedback from talking to people about why you're nominated and the rest of it is that you're basically an exceptional manager and you really are striving to get to those CQC good to outstanding, and that is absolutely fantastic. Your staff are really proud of you. The fourth nominee we have is Sharon Cartmel. Okay, Sharon is really valued by her staff, and one of the interesting sort of phrases that kept them coming up is that she basically treats her staff as really part of what they would call the family. Okay, her unit is kind of, if you like, an encompassment of all her values, and everybody's sort of related to her as saying, yeah, well, in brief, she kind of treats us as part of the family, and basically that makes it good for the residents and it makes it good for family, and obviously that creates a very, very good vibe. When you're trying to recruit a really good manager, sometimes those things are really difficult to pick up, but Sharon, this is what your team think of you. They're really proud of you, obviously, and they think that you basically encompassed everything in the unit to feel like it's all family and everybody basically is appreciated and it's basically glows. Well, it's been a really, really difficult process to choose the manager. There are some outstanding managers in Cornwall Care, and we've just mentioned 4 of them today. Okay, the reason why we chose this particular manager was because of their value systems and because of the background really from the staff, and the feedback is that they think that they are treated as family by her, and that the unit basically has that kind of feel to it. And I think if there's anything that really shines in social care, it's really that we care about the people we're working with, and basically are our residents, and that in brief that this person, this manager, sort of extols those values. And this person I think really does. So congratulations.